We're on to the low light category, must be shot without a flash. Usually they have a single light source. This is probably going to be one of the easier shots for you in order to take, and I usually get a lot of cool stuff, and it's pretty easy to get cool stuff. So let's just go to full screen. All right, so like really, you can shoot it with like a single light source, that type of thing, just a low light. But you still have to have a light source and you still have to have light in it, okay? Just because it says low light doesn't mean that it has to be dark overall. You still need to have areas where it's light enough in order to see what's going on, okay? Again, this is a beautiful shot. I love the way that this one is kind of lit from the one angle there. It's just like, all it is just a fan and that's the grill that surrounds the fan. That just is a really neat dynamic, and the light is just illuminating the different lines there. That's a really neat shot. But usually people give me shots like light bulbs or candles, and that's what I usually get. So really, it's just a low light. You still need a light source, and usually it's dark enough where all the things around it are either faded off into black, or you can have some things that are illuminated by the single light source. Let's go. Now this is probably an example of one that's not good. Yeah, sure, it does have a single light source, but it just would have been so much easier and so much nicer if the person would have either just closed the blind in behind, or even better, wait till it's dark out, and then just that way everything would have had this nice golden color from this, but really you've got like two things going on, and this is the window in the background is really distracting and essentially wrecks this photo. So now this is low light. Like this is just a single light source, and the background is faded off to black. This is just a really neat dynamic shot of a guitar. It's a very neat shot. It's maybe not as dramatic as your typical low light shots, but I still had to accept this one because it is following the criteria of it. It's not as low, but still pretty neat. This one is a bit of a problem. It's really too bad that the way that the flowers are illuminated by the light are really neat. But it's really too bad that the light is in the shot. It would have been way better had, like say for example, oops. It would be really neat if, like, say if you just would have saw these lights or saw these flowers and not saw the light source. That would have been way better, like something like that. But with that light source in there, even with this one light source, would have been like a little bit better. But because they've got like the front window there, that wrecks it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, so this is more like what I usually get, which is fine, which is good. It works. This is beautiful. I love the way that, so this person, yeah, he took like a row of dandelions and he kind of arranged them all up, and then he just started lighting them on fire, which was a little bizarre concept if you think about it. But the fact that you've got all these different long flames going up makes for a really cool shot in these dandelions that he's burning. It's kind of a very deep concept here, kind of a dark concept, but makes for a really neat color, like the yellows of the dandelions and the whites, and then you've got like whites and yellows up here too. Just some really neat color that happened because of this shot. Probably one of my favorite shots. All right, this one is a shadow on the on the wall. Oh, my wife keeps on texting me. Shadow on the wall, and so it's just another nice shot. The sun, it looks like it's a sunset going on at that time, so that's neat. Yeah, okay, more candles. It works though. It's kind of neat that it is playing up on this pattern, whatever this pattern is on the wall. And this line here, like it is actually a very cool shot. All right, candle illuminating their stuffed animals, whatever works. This one's neat. I like it. You know, they're using the Christmas lights. I think it is neat. It's just a little dark overall. I think you might agree. It is a neat shot. I think it might be a little bit cooler or neater if like maybe those lights were bunched up in like maybe a ball or something and just illuminating the person here maybe a little bit more. I don't know. What do you think? You let me know. I'd say this shot, it's kind of a neat shot, it's just dark. It would have been neat if this was illuminated just fine. Maybe they've got a little bit of gray happening over here. I really want to see this a little bit more. They should have been it would have been a really nice shot if maybe this was illuminated a little bit more. And more candles illuminating stuffed animals. Okay. Okay, more candles. Hey, a candle. Oh, there's Cole. Kind of neat. So he's using his phone to illuminate his face. Okay, it works. Another one. That's kind of neat. Just the one light is illuminating this, causing some dramatic highlights and shadows and that. That's kind of neat. This one's neat. This is like a Santa village, and that's fake snow. And so really just the camera is illuminating this, like it's just all the light is just coming from inside the buildings here. That's a really nice shot. I don't know what this is. I don't know if they put this in the wrong category, but the name of the category actually says low light. And so I don't know what they were thinking. This is not low light. This has got to be a mistake. I put this one in here as a bad one, but it is labeled bad. I think it must be labeled incorrectly because there's no way somebody would think that this is low light. That's like a lava lamp. Very cool. They got their hands kind of all around it like it's some sort of spell going on, and that's a very cool shot. Again, this could almost be a self-portrait, just being illuminated by the monitor. Very cool shot. More candles illuminating things. Oh, there's Shannon again. So she did this naturally. We talked about fast shutter. The camera's got a slow shutter right now. Sadly, you probably won't be able to do something like this with your camera. Okay, if I was that parent, I would not want the lighter right next to my expensive piano. That's kind of neat. A little blurry, but that would have been a hard shot to do. Okay, we're at the end. Okay, that's what you get for low lights.